Hi guys, I'm Thrift Store Dave and I'm here in my man cave, my operating center. It's been a few months since I've shown you guys some of my sales from all the purchases I've made at thrift stores, garage sales, estate sales, and so on. So I've got 20 of my best sales over the last quarter that I'm going to share with you, show you what I sold them for and what I paid for them. Let's begin. Okay, so first up is a pair of Converse Tyler the Creator inspired LaFleur shoes that I got that were Converse Chuck Taylor All-Star shoes. I paid $25 for a whole lot of goodies at this garage sale, and just this pair of shoes alone made for more than twice what I paid for. 60 bucks for these shoes, and they were used, and the buyer loved them. What's cool is that I still have a ton of vintage clothes left to go from that lot that I have yet to sell, so I'm going to make even more money on it. After that, I've got a vintage ultra thin solar calculator I got in a junk drawer lot that I paid 37 bucks for. So this gets me a quarter of the way back to even, and I think it was purchased because it was inspired by the 4-H club. People would advertise with these. After that, I found for $5 a 1990s Stussy tropical shirt. This was a tacky shirt adorned with eagles, pink in nature. It was in a bidding war. I ended up selling it to someone in the Bay Area for $61. This was a huge profit. Very happy about that. Next, I was able to sell a lot of micromachines from the 80s that were deluxe, which means their doors open and close. I paid 13 bucks for the whole bag of goodies, which you can see in previous shorts that I have. Just these cars alone sold for $58, which is a multiple of what I paid for everything. I'm well into the hundreds of dollars on this bag that I found. After that, there is an incomplete set of 1990s Chicago Bulls nesting dolls. They've got the two most important Bulls players, Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. I paid $5 for them. I was happy to just move them along after sitting on them for so long for $12. After that, I was able to find a white noise machine that people use for their newborns, new in box at the thrift store. Paid only $4.50 for it. Was able to sell it for $18, so a decent profit. Didn't have to sit on it too long. A lot of things when I'm at the thrift store, if I see them new in box, I'm going to be quick to pop on them. If there's even $10 to $15 margin, ideally more. After that, I was able to sell a 1930s tin litho Chicago Cubs pinback that I got in a lot of Cubs memorabilia. So in that lot, I paid way less than the $28 I sold this for, plus I was able to keep other things from my collection. Very happy about that. Next, there is a bow nose hat that I bought, and I was able to sell this for $20, paid only 6 or 7 bucks for it, I forget, but at the thrift store. Bo Jackson was huge in the 90s. He was traded to Chicago and finished his career there for baseball, so his stuff still has a decent amount of people interested in it. After that, I've got an old 1918 Elgin pocket watch that I found at an estate sale. I was able to sell this for $27, and I am giving half of the value of it to the person who hosted me for the estate sale because we couldn't agree on what it could be worth, so I decided to just sell it and then give her half. You can see one of my prior videos if you wanted to reference all the things I found at that estate sale pick. Next, I was able to sell a Donald Trump signature collection men's silk tie. Paid $1 for this like I pay for most of my ties, so a $15 offer was easy to take. I moved it on and I made room for the next tie that I'm going to sell. All right, we are at the halfway mark. Thank you so much for watching so far. Please like the video if you like it. Please subscribe if you haven't so far. Please comment on components of the video that you think are interesting or items that you like. Here comes the second half of our video. Okay, so starting the second half, we've got a Swiss Army knife design watch that I was able to sell from a lot of watches I bought from my friend Tom. Paid 100 bucks for the whole box of watches. This one alone went for $15, so a very easy pickup there. Sold another tie that I bought for $12 that I paid $1 for. Wizard of Oz is a popular theme, sold easily. After that, I was able to sell an interesting vintage dress shirt that was adorned with patches that talk about model airplane RC club content. So a person in Texas found this very desirable, bought it for $5, was able to sell it for much more. So these next three pieces are cool items I found at the thrift store, one of my favorite locations. First is an Edgewater Beach Hotel silver plate teapot. Paid $7 for it. Someone thought it was worth $50, so I made a really good $43 profit on that, minus whatever fees eBay takes. After that, I got a pair of used junior hockey gloves for only $4, so selling them for $15, it was a quick $10 bill. Anytime I can find lightly used hockey equipment for kids. I buy it because people have to spend a lot of money on their kids' hockey equipment. The third of the items I was able to find was called a Bohemian street level blue suede purse. These types of frill purses are very interesting and desirable to people. The color was very striking, so I had to grab it for $9. Didn't make as much money as I was hoping on it at just $23 sold, but I got out from under it. I learned something in the experience. Very happy I made a profit. So a cool garage sale pickup I had was a Festivus celebration kit. I paid 50 cents for this, sold it for 10. That's a 20 times profit of what I paid for it. So very happy with my margins on this. Yeah, I didn't make a ton of money, but made a good profit. After that, I've got a old rock t-shirt by the Used. It says Bird is my homeboy. I paid $30 for a lot of vintage shirts, and this shirt alone I sold for $40. I'm still working on selling an old Motor Speedway shirt from that lot, as well as a couple Disney shirts. So I'm going to do very well on this lot. Couple items left to go. This one was a doozy. When I bought it in the store, I thought they were brand new with tags. What I didn't realize when I bought them for $12 was they were two different sizes. The person who bought them for $27 was a little angry about it till he tried them on, realized that they both fit fine, and wore them to work, so he couldn't return them. So even though I was about to accept a return for something that was an error on my part, he actually had 2 feet of different sizes, and it worked out for both of us. So this last item is a combination of me returning to my roots, but also expanding my current horizons. I used to buy and sell a lot of sports cards when I didn't know as much about what I was doing. Now I'm trying to find certain really old cards in poor condition that are authenticated. So if someone buys them, they know they're real. I just have to find a platform where I can sell them for more. And this one I was able to spend 130 on but sell for 215. Very nice profit. I'm going to be touring baseball card auctions going forward in addition to my usual looks at other things. Okay, so that wraps up what I've got to show you guys for this week. I appreciate you watching this far. Please like the video if you haven't. Please subscribe if you haven't so far, or tell your friends, or comment on the videos. It helps steer traffic towards my channel. Please check out my eBay store, LC208, where you can see what I've got up currently for listing. That's gonna be some interesting content for future videos. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next week. I'm Thrift Store Dave.